Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into the ingenious mechanics of a seemingly impossible farm in rural India. We're looking at a closed-loop system where a single acre is literally doing the work of three. It's generating multiple income streams and honestly completely defying the traditional laws of agriculture.
Okay, let's dive into this massive problem right away. Because if you know anything about commercial agriculture, you know that typical overhead, it simply crushes innovation. The margins are razor thin, and the majority of your capital is constantly bleeding out just to keep your livestock alive. So the big question is, how on earth do you eliminate 70% of those traditional costs?
Well, the answer might surprise you. You stop paying for feed entirely. In this specific closed-loop biological engine we're looking at, the fish feed budget is exactly $0. Not near zero, not close to zero, absolute zero. Let's look at exactly how this whole shebang was built.
Section 1, the impossible farm system. Let's get into it.
To really understand this empire built by Imtiaz Khan, who, by the way, is a former expat worker who returned home, we have to start with the numbers. Because this isn't just a farm, it's a highly profitable biological machine. An initial investment of $60,000 might sound pretty standard, but just contrast that with the operational feed costs. They are practically non-existent. And that drives an annual net profit of over $15,000. This is the very definition of high-efficiency scaling.
Moving on to Section 2, Engineering over the water. So, how does a 140-foot-long structure actually work in the physical world? It's genuinely amazing. Imtiaz engineered his way out of buying extra real estate by simply building upwards. It's like a giant puzzle. Above the water, you have bustling livestock utilizing vertical space. And below the water, that's the foundation. He used these ingenious pillars, reaching 9 feet deep into the water, and anchored them another 5 feet directly into the earth beneath the pond. He's brilliantly utilizing the vertical space directly over the ponds.
In the world of high-efficiency farming, space is money. And wow, does this prove it. By suspending his entire facility over 2 massive ponds, Imtiaz literally doubled his footprint out of thin air. He didn't buy a single extra square inch of land to expand his operations. Actually, he just looked at the empty air above his water and saw untapped real estate, a real game changer.
Which brings us to Section 3, the zero-feed biological loop.
Now, I want you to keep this massive traditional cost in mind as we break down how Imtiaz completely bypassed it. In a standard fish farm, you are constantly pouring money straight into the water. A staggering 70% of your total expenditures are just going toward feeding the fish. 70%! It's a massive financial leak.
But here is where waste literally transforms into food. Follow the cycle with me. It's fascinating. Step 1, the poultry and goats live in the shed above. Step 2, their organic waste falls through carefully designed slatted floors straight into the pond. Step 3, the fish down below eat that waste directly, and whatever's left over acts as a natural fertilizer. That sparks plankton growth in the water. And finally, Step 4, that fertile pond water grows high-protein duckweed, which is harvested and fed right back to the animals in Step 1. It is literally a perpetual motion machine of biology. Let's focus on that last piece for a second. Duckweed. It's a high-protein aquatic plant that grows effortlessly right on the pond surface. Imtiaz harvests this green gold to feed his goats and poultry. This is the final gear that completely closes the loop. The animals feed the pond, and the pond feeds the animals. Boom. You eliminate the supply chain entirely. Next up, Section 4, diversifying the farming portfolio.
So, with that biological engine running smoothly, Imtiaz brilliantly mitigates risk by dividing his portfolio into 3 equal layers of production. He definitely hasn't put all his eggs in one basket. He's got the aquatic layer with the fish, the poultry layer with the birds, and the livestock layer with the goats. So if one market dips, no problem. The other 2 keep the empire entirely stable.
The truly mind-blowing part here is that a single acre is simultaneously generating massive yields across 3 entirely different markets. We're talking over 50 quintals of fish annually, varieties like rohu, katla, and common carp. On top of that, he built a massive shed capable of housing 6,000 birds. And finally, his goat herd, get this, it started at just 17 animals and literally tripled in less than a single year.
And you know what? The goats are actually the most profitable venture in the entire setup. Unlike the poultry layer, which, requires specific medical overhead and maintenance, these free grazing goats represent almost pure, unadulterated profit. They graze on the nearby hills during the day, taking care of their own dietary needs, and simply return to their high-tech floating home at night. I mean, they are essentially living the dream, and for the farm, it's incredibly efficient.
Okay, Section 5, the Internet-taught engineer.
Now, you might assume a mastermind agronomist with decades of academic research built all of this, right? But here is the shocking twist. Imtiaz has absolutely no formal degree in agriculture. None. He is essentially a graduate of YouTube University. He swapped out years of formal university education and massive tuition costs for a smartphone, an internet connection, and just the sheer will to learn. It really proves the incredible democratization of modern knowledge.
Every single one of these highly technical skills was researched and mastered entirely through digital videos on his phone. We are talking about mastering complex goat vaccination schedules, understanding how to monitor precise oxygen levels in the pond water, and knowing exactly when to trigger and manage mechanical aerators when those oxygen levels drop. It's wild. With an internet connection, anyone can build a world-class industrial system.
Finally, Section 6, the Sustainable Future Blueprint.
Let's pull all these gears together and look at the ultimate bottom line of this integrated system. Now, that $60,000 initial investment, sure, it seems a bit steep up front, but the total payoff timeline is less than 3 years because of that $15,000 plus annual profit yield. This incredibly fast 3-year payoff proves that high-density, zero-feed food production isn't just some nice ecological dream. It is a highly lucrative, highly scalable business reality. It proves you absolutely don't need a massive corporation to innovate.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with this question. How can you apply this zero-waste, interconnected thinking to revolutionize your own industry? Whether you're in agriculture, tech, or manufacturing, where are the slatted floors in your business model? Where can the waste from one process instantly become the fuel for another? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive, and keep looking for ways to close the loop.